Hi, my name is Angelica Molinares, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about oral interaction number 7, knowing a second language. So, the first question says language ability is typically measured in what parts? So, this is basically divided in two different parts. The first one would be active, and this part would have some abilities. These abilities would be writing and speaking. The second part will be passive, and this part will have some abilities like listening and reading. The second question says a person who learns French and English simultaneously from childhood onward would be considered which type of bilingual? So this type of person would be considered compound bilingual. The third question says describe the three types of bilingual. So the first one is compound bilingual, and these are individuals who have learned the two languages at the same environment and at the same time. The second is coordinate bilingual. Person acquire the two language in different contexts. This would be at school or at home or two different aspects that have to be separate. The third one is subordinate bilingual. In this part, these are those people who have learned a second language but they cannot understand it without the help of their first language. So the next question says, why would having a bilingual brain delay the onset of certain disease and increase abilities in multitasking and problem solving? So in this case, um, having a bilingual brain delayed onset of certain disease because your brain is always active, is always thinking, is always trying to um, say something in one language or another. So having it active, it could help to delay some diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. And the multitasking and problem solving is like the same because your brain is active. You could do a few things at the same time, like thinking in one language and speaking in another one. So the last question says, now that we have established some of the advantages of the bilingual brain, what do you think can be done to foster early second language learning in the home and school? So the first thing that comes into my mind is that we could like travel to a different country that is a totally different language, and we could pick some of that, or we could teach our little kids from very early on to love different cultures and language and make them like to learn another language and help them. Another thing would be like having extracurricular classes, taking another language, and starting really early on. So to me, the language learning is more basically about what you want to know and have the tools to make it happen. So for the little kids at home and at school, it would be fun like to show them that being bilingual or know many different language is an advantage, and it could also benefits later on in life. So that would be my answer. And this would conclude oral interaction number 7. Goodbye.